Hey traders, and welcome back to IFX Success, and let's talk about some Sunday analysis on how we can prepare for Monday and even Tuesday by looking at the dashboard. So right now we have 20 pairs in here. You can't really see them all. It's only that I can fit on my chart right here on my screen, but if you have a bigger screen, you can pretty much fit mostly many pairs, 28 to even 30, counting gold and USB 5, the S&P 500, and even cryptos in here. So let's analyze some pairs in here, and let's see if we can take action from today for Monday, right? So pretty much by looking at the dashboard, we can take a look at the H1 blocks. This is the reversal and the trend block, and then the 4 hours reversal and 4 hour block, right? So what I'm looking in here is how old are the blocks. If they're fresh, the fresher the better, so that way it helps me to take a better decision for tomorrow. What I'm looking for is a retest of the block, of a fresh block. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. So I told the dashboard, or what I did was to show me at least 2 to 3 days old of 1 hour and 4 hours. Pretty much what I'm doing is, if I would like to go in the direction of the 4 hours, there are times where you can have something like this, like dollar CAD has bearish blocks over here on 1 hour, but on the 4 hours we are bullish. That doesn't mean that we can still take a look at it and hopefully maybe make a decision, but if the both of them are going in the same direction, where there are higher probabilities that we can have a better trade, right? But that doesn't mean that if this was bearish and this is bullish, we pretty much ignore it. But that is what we're doing right now, is we're just going to ignore the blocks, or if there's no block in here, so we're going to ignore this one, we're going to ignore this one right here. So pretty much what we're looking for right now as a process of elimination, so that way we can look at, eliminate the ones that we don't want to look at and look at the ones that we actually goes more or less what we're looking for. So let's just take a look at euro dollar. Euro dollar looks good. It says no block in here. Pretty much is, or maybe it could be older than what I set it to, maybe 10 days, but still, let's take a look at it. So what I do is I click on here and my chart should be able to come up, and we're gonna be able to analyze euro dollar. So what is euro dollar giving me right now is that, let me just bring this up a little bit. So I can see that I have a fresh block. It's pretty much really barely fresh. It happened between these 2 days right here, Thursday and Friday. And pretty much what I can do is that, hey, this is looking good. If we take a look at euro dollar, is that we can tell there has been a strong downtrend right over here, and that's already giving me good hopes, or better set of hope, better probabilities that this is actually gonna go into the upside, right? So this is definitely a one pair that we should take a look at into a buying position for Monday and even Tuesday if it keeps on going higher and higher. So definitely for Monday, it already is doing a retest right now. If you can take a look at it, it's doing a retest of this trend block, and more or less, if it comes back down to this block, it's still good to buy. So definitely, what do we always look for? Remember, we always look for informations, right? That we want the price to go down as much as we want it. We can have to find any support. We get a block, and then pretty much this is the break of a block, or it gave us a block over here, and then what we wanted to do is some type of retest, the price to move back down again to keep on going higher, right? So this is pretty much what we wanted to do. So this is a good move right here. Of course, it all depends how it opens up on Monday, but pretty much Sunday night, depending where you live. So pretty much what it's doing, but this is what we're looking for, that we want a retracement to the block and then keep on going higher. So definitely this is a pair that I will look into buying for Monday. Okay, so now let's take a look at another pair. So this is definitely a buying pair right now. So we're going to delete this one and take a look at a new one. So right now we have euro pound. This is another one. So everything looks bearish. We just have to know how old is this block right here. So let's go in here and let's see how old is this block. Well, this block, I don't pretty much, it happened already 2 days ago. and it already made a retracement. So it broke and it went up a little bit, you know, to pretty much come back to this block, and then it already gave me the retracement that I was looking for, right? So pretty much this is what we look for, a small retracement, whether to this block or to this higher block right here. And it already did it. It already went down, and you know, if it comes back down to this one, then you know, it might keep on going lower, and eventually then we can look for buying opportunities. So pretty much on here we kind of already missed the boat. We just have to wait for another retracement, you know, a small retracement, you know, at least somewhere around here, and then to keep on going lower if that's what this pair wants to do. But definitely I think I already missed the boat on this one, so I would ignore this one, and then that's it. Just wait for a better chance of buying or selling. All right, so Euro Australian, we're just gonna ignore it, but I'm gonna show you, you know, like I said, although they're both different, it could be a probability that maybe now that bullish block is actually a good possibility. And how do we look for that? So right now we can see a small bullish block right here forming. You know, the market went down. Definitely this was a good nice sell right here again of this block, of this retest of this block right here. So it gave us a break, it went down, it came back up again, and it gave us a nice retracement. So all we have to do is look to the left, right? What do we have here? You know, we have, I guess, some support right over here. And you know, is this block good or not? Well, the thing is, it happened, it's very recent. So what we need to look for is that, hey, if it's really is going to go back up, you know, this block is very tiny. We just have to wait for a retracement. So we have to wait until it goes up and then give us the W formation to keep on going higher. So it's one that we can look at maybe for tomorrow. Definitely throughout the day could be one that if it's gonna keep on going, like maybe like euro dollar, then definitely it could be on the lookout, but it's not strong yet to say, hey, definitely this is a buying opportunity right now. So euro dollar so far is the best one. Let's take a look at euro yen. We have everything is bearish, and let's take a look in here. So euro yen already gave us the block, you know, it's already 3 days old and it's kind of too late already. It already gave us what we want. So like, again, we just want fresh blocks. You know, let's say we were looking at it this today, you know, that it happened, it gave us a small retracement and it dropped. Pretty much that's what we're looking for. It already did what we were looking for, so pretty much we're just going to ignore it. There are blocks here that are forming already. They're not closed yet, so we cannot really make a decision into really buying right now. If we want to keep selling, we just have to wait for a retracement close to this line over here, to this mid-level, to keep selling again. And if we want to buy, well, pretty much we just have to wait. You know, if it happens today, you know, Sunday night or Monday, then we just have to wait to see really what's going to happen. So definitely this is a no pair right now to trade. What about, let's take a look in here, dollar CAD. Again, this is two different. You know, I'm looking right now as the process of elimination for better, you know, understanding what we're looking for. Then we're just going to look for the ones that have the same. So dollar yen, what is dollar yen doing? So we have dollar yen right now. Okay, so dollar yen gave us a bearish block, and if we want to sell, we just have to really wait for a retracement of this to resell again. I mean, look at this. This is a pair that has been trending up and up for multiple days, well, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 days, right? So if we want to keep selling here, I would prefer having a bigger retracement, at least to this line right over here, to this mid-level. And from there to keep on finally, you know, so what it did is finally it dropped, right? It gave us a drop. So maybe something closer to here, to this line, or closer to our price right over here, right? To our levels, these blocks. And then from there, it should be able to retrace. So that's what we're looking for right now. So there's really nothing much in here. Like we're getting blocks forming right over here. It could be that now it's actually maybe a retracement to keep on buying. So we would just have to look at 4 hours and really see what is going on. But hey, we see that on the 4 hour, we also have bearish blocks. We can see that it was a strong move to the upside. So what it could do is, it can go up and then maybe finally retrace back down again. So this is a pair that it could be on the lookout for selling if it comes back up to these blocks, but we kind of already missed this move after the block right over here. So it could be on a lookout to sell, but it's not strong yet to really say anything, right? So not even to buy or to sell, unless, like I said, this could be a probability of buying, unless if you look for something more advanced, like daily and stuff like that, but we're not gonna really go over that in here. So this, I'm just going to eliminate it. I'm not really, this is something that we shouldn't, just pretty much leave it alone and wait if it really comes back up in here to resell. So what is dollar Swiss doing right here? We just, again, process of elimination. This is how it can help you for you to actually make better decisions and better trading, so that you don't concentrate on all pairs at the same time. You analyze on Sunday, and you can do that every 2 days pretty much, or every day you could do the same thing, but already have in mind what pairs are you going to trade on the next day. So this dollar Swiss, it looks good. We had a move up. It's not so strong, but it still is a good, nice move up. It went higher than this resistance over here, so it could definitely maybe give us a retracement to maybe come back down again. So what are we looking for? Again, what we're looking for is another retracement, I would say, back to this mid-level or to this block right over here. Again, that we're waiting, pretty much what we're waiting is something like that, right? So we kind of already had it on this day, a nice retracement, a nice selling opportunity, but if you would have traded on Friday, then you maybe got into this opportunity right over here. And then again, we're just waiting for another retracement to keep on selling on this pair, if this is what the market wants to keep on doing. All right, so let's keep on moving, and let's take a look at pound dollar right over here. Okay, so this is pound dollar right over here, and with pound dollar, we kind of missed the boat as well. We had a block right over here when market went up, and then it had a nice retracement to this block again, to this trend block. It kind of was hovering in here, so we had a block break right here, went up, and then it came back down again, and it had a nice move to the upside. So pretty much we already missed the boat on this pound dollar. So I would have to wait and see what's up. If the market wants to retrace back to keep on going higher, which that could be one big probability, since it had a really strong move to the downside, right? So all I'm waiting is that the market retraces back, whether to this level right over here or to this other level right here, somewhere around between here, and then to keep on buying, right? If we want to sell, I really don't want to look into the sell right now. I would really prefer on looking into buying positions on pound dollar. So pretty much this is it with pound dollar. So we pretty much missed the boat on Friday in here. Oh, well, I missed it. I wasn't trading, but if you were trading on Friday, this would have been a great opportunity to buy positions right over here. So again, if you want to look for pound dollar, this would be a one that if it comes back down to this, so this area, somewhere in here, maybe you look for a buying opportunity on pound dollar. All right, so pound CAD, we can take a look at this one, since it has no block in here, but pretty much it's not a recent block, within the 10 days. So it could be a possibility, maybe a selling opportunity in here if it's fresh. Okay, so one of the things that you need to understand is that these two blocks are very much close together. We want them to be as separate as they can. They're too close together, so that means that one of these two blocks is pretty much going to be invalid, or it's going to be a false block. So what you have to do is kind of make some common sense of what's going on in the market. So we can tell that the market has been trending down drastically on pound CAD. So more or less, this selling opportunity in here, would not run for a longer period of time. It could be a small move, right? Or I could be wrong and then maybe keep on going lower. But after such a strong down move, the market needs to come back at least halfway of this move and then eventually retrace back if that's what the market wants to keep on doing. So one of the things is, I do not want to say that this is a good selling point right now. I would prefer looking for buying opportunities. So in here, if the market retraces back to any of these two blocks, I will have to, this is a pair you more or less have to be careful on trading. It's moves very drastic sometimes. So, you maybe want to wait and see if it comes back in here. You get a retest of these blocks, and then eventually you start seeing a nice W formation, and then you can go into a buying position. But definitely this block, I don't really think is a valid selling block. I believe more on this buying block right here. So I would definitely have a close look in here and see if maybe we can look for buying opportunities. So pound CAD definitely would be more for buying. Just like I said, sometimes we have to make some common sense of the market, and we can definitely tell that this has strong down move, so we'll more likely will have to give us a nice breathe to the upside. Okay, so that was pound CAD. Pound yen is definitely all bullish in here. Let's see how all these blocks are, so maybe we can make a decision. So with pound yen, this is something that I definitely like. I like to look at something like this. Again, this is, we have a difference, in days on this block. So this is good if that's what we're looking for. So pretty much what we're looking for on Monday could be a nice retracement down to these blocks, right? Oops, I pressed on the wrong thing. But pretty much what we want is the market to come back down, either closer to that block or maybe closer to this line right here, to this level, so that it bounces and then it moves back up in here, at least closer to this block over here, to this previous block. So for pound yen, definitely, it's a fresh block. I would like to look for a buying opportunity. All you have to see, the market, what did the market do? It kind of give us a nice base, move went up and it came back closer to this base right over here. So it bounced off from here, and then maybe you just come back down again to bounce, somewhere around here maybe, and then come back closer to this high over here. So that could be a nice possibility. And just again, we have to, sometimes market just surprise us with drastic moves that you analyze something and the market does something else. So but in here, definitely I would take a look in here maybe for buying opportunity on pound yen. I really like it. It's on base camp. I call this base camp. It already came back down in here, and all I wanted to do is see if it comes back down in here to maybe bring it back to this block right over here. And let's take a look at pretty much, maybe Australian CAD, but pretty much, like I said, you do process of elimination. So out of all these pairs that we looked at so far, there are only a few that actually are very pretty much concrete, or pretty much more or less that makes more sense. So all you have to do is make sense of the market. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be an expert. Sometimes we do try to complicate it, trying to be smarter than the market, and then trying to find the fifth leg of that cat, and which does not exist. And then we're just trying to be smart, but just try to keep it as simple as you can and try to make sense of it, right? If it doesn't make sense, don't try to do something that that is just you're gonna regret it pretty much. And like I said, pound Australian, they will look at let me just take a look at this one. See, we have a bearish block, but so this one again looks good. If we minimize it, kind of like I said, you want to make sense of the market. We have here what we call it, base camp is really close to it, and this could be a nice support right over here, somewhere around here. So it is somewhere close to a support, where this bullish block right here, we can tell that we saw a stronger move to the downside, happened already for a couple of days. So definitely it could give us a buying break right now. So what we're doing is, for Monday, we're looking for a retest of any of these two blocks, right? So we're looking for a W formation, which is pretty easy. You know, the market went down, it gave us a break, you know, it gave us a block, and then we're looking for a retracement somewhere around this price, and then eventually come back up, you know, to some resistance that we have to look for. But at least, you know, this is the sense that we're making of the market, and if it doesn't work out, well, it doesn't work out, but at least we're trying to make some sense. So pretty much that's pretty much it. So with this one, definitely pound Australian will be another one that we can have a possibility of buying. So we have a couple already that definitely makes more sense than others, right? And let's just take a look at the last one right here, Australian CAD, just to see if what could happen in here, if these bearish blocks actually will be able to work out or not. Okay, so this is Australian CAD right over here, and this is let's take a look in here. So we're trying to make sense of it, so we can tell the market went down, it had a nice retracement, and it kept on dropping, right? So this bearish block right over here, would you really believe that it's a strong block that is going to keep on going lower and lower? Well, I don't really think so, right? After all this, I can see, you know, just trying to make sense of it and say, wow, the market has moved down quite a lot, and definitely has to give us a break going to the upside, at least to test this high over here, right? Not the higher, you know, not this high, but at least close to this high. So maybe this bearish block definitely is not a good bearish block. So I'm just pretty much, what we can say is just ignore it. And we have a block in here, and we have a bullish block in here that has not closed yet, because it has been pretty much being a resistance right here. So more or less this bearish block, I really don't think is going to work. So more or less what we could maybe hope for is that it comes back down in here, and then eventually it's gonna keep on going higher. So definitely this is something that, you know, it's, instead of looking for selling opportunities, I would be looking for buying opportunities on the Australian CAD. So that's pretty much it. So this is how you quickly can analyze on 20 pairs or 28 pairs or whatever pairs that you actually want to see. You know, it all depends on you. So we should take a look at this Australian Swiss right here. Let's just kind of see it make sense of it, if, you know, this was all bullish right here. So this one, you know, we can tell that is, well, I don't really trade this pair much, but not at all actually, but it, you know, it's been ranging. You know, we can tell all these highs are within the same price, and then all these lows are within the same price. So this is pretty much a ranging right now. It has to really go wow, okay, so, you know, we can tell the difference, right? It had a strong move to the downside, a strong move to the upside, and now it's just like been ranging. One of the things what we can say is, you know, eventually like pairs that they like to go pretty much go meet previous lows, right? So it has been ranging in here. It could definitely has a lot more space to keep on going lower to find this low right over here. So we're just trying to make sense of it. I don't like that it has so many blocks within the same distance. So this is a pair that I would just, you know, say until you actually make up your mind. I will look at it later on, but this is, I would just not try to see what the hell is going to happen, right? I'm just going to leave it alone, and then that's it. Move on to a better looking pair that makes more sense. And that's it. So that's how you filter out your pairs and your trades, by just looking at your H1 and your H4 blocks. And then on Monday, what you're going to do is you're going to make a decision whether you want to trade within the same 1 hour time frame, or you're going to trade on 15 minutes blocks, right? So what we're looking for is that, let's say on Monday, if you're looking for buying opportunity on euro dollar, that we have decided that yes, it's a good entry, that we should look for a buying opportunity, then what you're going to do is either you look at H1 and look for H1 buying opportunities, or you can go down to either M15 or even M5 to look at buying bullish blocks, right? What you're looking for now is bullish blocks going in the same direction of these blocks right over here. Just make sure that it had a nice retracement closer to the 1 hour blocks, or at least very close to it. Doesn't have to be on the blocks, but at least a nice move retracement that you know you have space to keep them going higher. So the same goes for every other pair that we have analyzed. So like I said, not every pair that we looked at, it's good. So out of all these 20, let's say, you only can look at what, out of 5 or 3 or 4 that actually makes more sense, and that's the ones that we're going to concentrate on Monday. All right, traders, I hope this was helpful. I hope this makes more sense, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to trade those pairs on Monday, if you agree with the analysis that we just did. So please sign up on the Telegram, like this video, and subscribe, and I will see you again.